What's up guys, Erroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video we do have the boosted summons for the next 2 days, and it is going to be the 2 times chance to pull a legendary champion. So I'm going to be pulling 2 Void Shards. I ended up getting 2 Void Shards from a login reward, which was nice from today, and then another Void Shard because the Shadowkin faction crypt opened a day or 2 ago. So I was able to collect a second Void Shard, so that's super lucky. Definitely watch my last video of shard pulls. I did do a 10x pull on shards, and I got some stuff. So go check it out. Definitely watch the video. But I'm going to go ahead and pull these 2 Void Shards, and I'm really hoping for Legendary Champion. Still haven't gotten myself a Legendary Void. I've been playing for 2 years now. Free to play 100%, and it's been rough. It's been really rough. I really want a legendary, so if I do get a legendary, honestly I'll take anything besides Yakarl. I don't want him. I don't want the new guy, Jinwan. He's terrible. I'm really hoping for like a Sifi or a Warlord. Any other legendary that's a void, to be honest with you. So here we go. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna pull these 2. So far, nothing. Seducer, he's actually a really good champion. He's got a sleep on his A1, decrease attack on the A2, increase defense on all allies, and block debuffs for 2 turns. He's really good in faction wars, like exceptional in faction wars. Block damage only when Temptress is on the same team. It places a block damage on only this champion for 1 turn. And then he has an HP in all battles, so that's good too. Alright, come on, let this be a legendary, please, for the love of goodness gracious. Oh, Cold Heart, okay. So I guess that's a legendary, right? I already have Cold Heart. I have 2 Cold Hearts. This is going to be my 3rd ever Cold Heart. And I'm going to go ahead and keep this Cold Heart and build her up as well. So that's, I mean, it stinks. Unfortunately, it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a legendary void, and I honestly really truly believe that they should be making voids. Like, you should be able to get a void legendary maybe after 150 void shards, not 200. I don't think they should be exactly like ancient shards, to be completely honest with you, but nothing you can do there. So real quick, I might as well go through my events just to show you where I'm at on my events, trying to get this Opardin Clanfather, whatever the heck his name is. He looks like a skinwalker, but he's a barbarian. Like, we really need more barbarians, right? I really don't think we need more barbarians. The barbarians faction is already kind of overpowered. I do have the 5 fragments that I got. I'm going to try to go for the core hammers. I highly suggest going for the core hammers and using those in your forge, so you can try to get swift parry, and you can also try to get deflection sets as well. Deflection sets are good on some boss battles like Bommel. You can deflect the bombs back onto the attacker, which is kind of cool, so it'll go right back onto Bommel. And because we have, for tournaments going on, I believe we have Champion Chase going on right now. So with the Champion Chase, you need to get 2,500 points to get these 20 fragments. And I do suggest going for these 15 fragments up here. Get to the 2,500 and you can stop. Obviously, if you have a lot more resources, you can go further. I'm at 110 right now. And then for the Classic Arena, this should be pretty easy. You should be able to kind of go right through Classic Arena, get the 360 for the 5 fragments, and you're good to go. And then for the Dragon Tournament, I'm sure there's people going nuts on this. So 12,000 this guy's at. Pretty insane. Obviously, I'm not going to go through resources. I wouldn't even have enough resources to catch up to that guy anyways. So let me just take a peek here. I do have in my fragment summon pool, I've got Vlad the Nightborn that's been just sitting there since October. So I am going to go ahead and pull Vlad. So that's kind of cool. He is a good champion. I'm going to utilize him in Arena mainly, to be honest with you. Probably just going to use him in Arena. He does have really good abilities. On the A1, decreases the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. Also heals himself by 30%. A2 attacks all enemies, so this is his good kind of bread and butter skill. 75% chance of placing a leech, which is great, and then a 75% chance of stealing 50% of the turn meter from Bannerlords, Sacred Order, or High Elves. So he would be great on a go first team. So you want him to go, you want to go Arbiter into Vlad, because a majority of you are probably sitting in gold 4, so you want to utilize this guy to go after your Arbiter, use his ability, this A2, and then the High Elf, which is going to be Arbiter on their team, or Lysandra. You see a lot of Lysandras and Arbiters in gold 4, and a lot of Arbiters and Lysandras in gold 3, so it's important to reduce their turn meter. It steals 75% chance of stealing 50% of the turn meter, which means if he does steal it, he could potentially end up going again and ramping up damage, and then he can attack one enemy 2 times. First hit, 75% chance of placing a decreased defense. Second hit, 75% chance of placing a block active skills, which is huge, especially on an Arbiter or a Lysandra. You see where I'm going with this? It's kind of really good. Now, people say he's not a good champion. I'm going to beg to differ. I do think he is a good champion. For a Void Legendary, obviously, he's not the best, but again, he was a free champion to you guys, essentially. All you needed to do was get the fusion. Was the fusion easy? I'm not going to say it was easy, but again, Vlad the Nightborn is a good champion for those who are especially free to play. Now, he does have an crit rate in arena battles. I wish this was crit rate in all battles. That would be really nice, because he's a Void Legendary, but of course they're not going to do that. Then he has the passive. He works really well with Constantine. When I say really well, I say kind of like meh, not the best, honestly, in regards to passive abilities with another champion. Then we've got Cleopteryx, who is a login reward. Cleopteryx is a very good champion as well. I'm going to go ahead and pull her as well, and that's going to be another 500 points, so that'll bring me to like 1,250 points. Cleopteryx is a Hex champion. She's an attack-based champion. She's one of the weaker legendary Hex-based champions, to be honest with you. She doesn't have very great reviews, which honestly is true. I think I'm going to have to agree with those reviews. She's not insane. She doesn't hit crazy hard unless you have insane gear on her, and most people are not going to have insane gear. So on her A1, she does have the attack one enemy, 30% chance of placing a 25% weaken for 2 turns. The chance increases to 50% if the target has a Hex debuff. Places a perfect veil on this champion for 1 turn if the attack kills an enemy under a Hex. So all of this is based on landing other abilities. So it's kind of difficult because you have to have someone to set up the Hex, and then she has to go. It's hard for her to be put into Arena unless you have a Hex team. So there's not a lot of people using Hex in Arena because Hex isn't overpowered, at least at this point. It's not meta, so you're not going to see Cleopteryx in Arena that often, or at all for that matter. On her A2, places a 30% increased crit rate for 2 turns on this champion, then attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of placing a block active skills debuff for 2 turns on targets under Hex. So you can build her with 70% crit rate and as much crit damage as you like, because if she does this ability first, and then attacks all enemies, places a block active skills, which is really good, and again, that would be really good in Arena. So this is nice if you want to build her specifically for Arena. And then on her passive, counterattacks with a default skill. Every time this champion loses 30% HP or more in a single turn, always counterattacks when attacked if 2 or more allies are dead. So it's nice that she has a counterattack and can just do this and place the Hex, I think. Places a perfect veil. No Hex placed. So this is the ability. A3. Places a 50% increased accuracy buff on this champion for 2 turns. Then attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of placing a Hex for 3 turns. So that's actually decent. Of course, she would be pretty decent in Hydra. I wouldn't say she would be overpowered, but she'd be a good Hex champion for the Hydra clan boss. Has a 100% chance of placing a Fear debuff for 1 turn instead on enemies under Hex debuff. So again, her kit synergizes better with people who place Hex before her. And she's also an attack-based champion. I will build her and try to build her pretty fast as well, with some damage. Rhea the Conjurer, this is probably going to be my most favorite champion out of the 3. She's basically Madame Ceres, but with a revive, but she doesn't have increased decreased defense on one of her abilities. She has a weaken So on her A1, 50% chance of placing a block buffs for 2 turns, which is not bad. On the A2, 75% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies. Also has a 75% chance of placing a weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. So this is a good ability. It does book out to 75, 85, 90, 100%. So, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown, so that's not bad. And it's nice that she does the remove all buffs from all enemies. That's like a Madame Serris ability. And then places that weaken, which is nice too. So, and it's not a damage dealing attack, so it's placing the weaken. So all you need to do is have Rhea and the Conjurer have enough accuracy to place those weaken and to remove those buffs from the enemies, and you're good to go. So I will be building this champion. And this ability is pretty long. She unlocks the ability number 3 when she's ascended. Revives a dead ally, 50% HP, then fills their turn meter by 50%. Will also place block debuffs on them for 2 turns. So that's pretty nice. Will also revive Akoth the Seared and Euros the Soul Cage with 30% HP if they are on the same team and not the target of the skill. Will then also fill their turn meters by 30% after reviving. If either Akoth the Seared or Euros the Soul Cage are the target of the skill, that champion will be revived by 50% HP, 50% turn meter, and block debuffs for 2 turns. And she has an accuracy aura in all battles by 40. So you can see she's really good in Faction Wars. She's exceptional on Arena offense and defense, so I am going to be building her for Arena specifically. Let's see where I'm at with the points now. Let's take a peek here. Champion Chase. We're doing okay. We're at 1500. I'm probably going to have to pull some Ancient Shards. I don't know how many I'm going to have to pull, but I'm going to have to pull a decent amount of Ancient Shards too, potentially. But there's no like 2 times or 10 times on any other champions. It was just for voids. I'm going to go ahead and just pull 3 Ancients and just see what I can get. Maybe I get lucky. Probably not going to get lucky, but we'll see. Oh, it's the other Cold Heart, her sister, Steel Bowyer. She used to be really good with the max HP, enemy max HP, but she got nerfed, I think. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more. Bomb Champion, I think, Tree Feller. Yeah, so each hit attacks 2 times. At random though, kind of meh. 70% chance of placing a bomb, detonates after 3 turns. So a lot of these bomb champions, bomb meta, they really need to reduce the amount of turns it takes for these bombs to go off, especially on these champions, because I don't know if she decreases the bomb detonation time. Nope, she does not have a chance to decrease the bomb detonation time. But she does have a decreased accuracy, so she would actually be halfway decent against Bommel to decrease his accuracy. Alright, we got an epic. I got Horden, 50 bucks, man. Oh my god, I'm rich. So Horden, good champion for Bannerlords. You can utilize him as an attack-based champion. He does have pretty decent abilities that allows him to grant an extra turn. And then he goes right into the Bloodletter, which is a strong ability, which also allows him to place a decreased attack and heals himself by 10% of the damage. Grants an extra turn on the A1 if he kills a target. And then speed and faction crypt. So Horden's actually really good. Obviously, people don't really talk highly of him. So let's take a peek where I'm at now in the tournaments. Got a couple more points there. I think the rest of the way I'm just going to go ahead and pull. Most likely I'm just going to pull my mysteries. I think that makes more sense. Let's see. I don't think I end up getting anything from anywhere else. And I don't think I can get another Void Shard or anything from here. Yeah, unfortunately, with Faction Crypts, I'm not getting any more shards. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched this far, appreciate you, all the support. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing would be fantastic. Take care.